Hello Mech Warriors and welcome to your build of the week. I promised you to play more clan mechs, and today the build of the week features the Ebon Jaguar. Yeah, we are playing a clan mech and we are not going for the usual high mounted weapons, peeking and poking stuff. No, we are playing a close range brawler because brawling is what I like, and I want to show you an alternative, and I want to show you that the Ebon Jaguar is actually capable of doing so. So be prepared for an Ebon Jaguar that is not that much seen on the battlefield yet. So it's Ebon Jaguar time. Let's have a look at the mech first. So as you can see, this one has a very long torso, and that makes this chassis very good for brawling purposes. No, I'm not kidding at all. This one is really tanky when it comes to hitboxes. So what you can do with it is you can just joust your enemy. You can just walk towards the enemy, and when you are in the fight, you just wiggle your nose, and then your center torso is kind of protected from return fire. Because again, these long side torsos, they shield very well. I guess the hitboxes are going along that green area here. So I think all that green stuff here is hitbox. I can't say really, I have to guess, but I would say that this here is your side torso, and on the other side as well, and that means that the center torso is a pretty small hitbox. And again, you can protect your center torso, your precious center torso, by just wiggling your nose a bit, and you won't lose track of what's going on because you stay focused on your target. So this makes the mech really tanky in terms of hitboxes. Also, we have these shields here, these arm weapon arrays, and when you twist your torso completely to 90 degrees, then these are covering a good portion of your lower torso. That is quite okay. Problem is the missile racks on top. So if you want to peek, make sure that you get back a good amount, so that these don't stick out and you think you're safe because this is your cockpit level and your pointy ears are popping out of your cover. Make sure that you are not doing that. So, yeah, we already figured out that the mech should be pretty tanky. Now, what are we doing with it? We are loading 4 SRM4 and Artemis. Now, why the 4 SRM4? Because I like the cooldown here. I like the lower cooldown. And the Artemis is for pinpoint damage, kind of. So, you get these, what is it? 16 missile that makes 32 point roundabout alpha strike. That's quite decent, and you have a cooldown of about 3 seconds with them. The cooldown quirk and the modules not included, so this is pretty good. Deals quite a lot of damage, and meanwhile you can shield. However, you also have these 2 Ultra AC2s that you can fire while your missiles are on cooldown. And I chose those over energy weapons because I think it is good to scare the enemy a bit. So these are very good for cockpit shaking, to drive the enemy off, to force them back to cover. And of course they have an amazing range, so that you can actually be significant in the early phases of the game. You can at least shoot at some enemies, like some support fire, and you have something to do apart from hiding and waiting till the brawl begins. The build also features 3 additional external heatsinks, plus the 3 that are already in the engine. That makes 16 additional heatsinks, makes this mech really cool, as you can see. The heat management is awesome in this, as a clan mech. So that means that you can stay in the fight very long. Now for the modules, I chose the radar deprivation, of course, because I want to sneak upon the enemy firing line and I don't want to be targeted by missiles while doing so. I don't have this mech mastered, so I guess the second module would be maybe the advanced seismic sensor, maybe target info gathering. It depends on your playstyle. So if you want to play it more defensively, go for the advanced seismic sensor. If you want to play it more reckless, then go for target info gathering, because then you can target the weak spots even quicker. The weapon slots are empty because I don't own them. I would suggest going for the SRM4 cooldown and the range module, of course, because these are the main weapons. These are the ones that are dealing the most damage, and you should really do that. Yeah, and that is the build, and yeah, let's see how this little Ebon Jaguar performs on the battlefield. Alright, first game of the day. We are playing Polar Highlands and we are playing Skirmish. This is a very open map and it is not good for brawling, and as you can see, there are already a lot of missiles flying. Now, what we are going to do is we want to stick to the team till the brawl begins. However, there is an enemy in the open and I can just use my AC2s, as I said before, to lay some suppressive fire and to get some early damage on. It's not a crazy amount, but it is okay. What's also okay is that I dodged all these missiles here. Radar deprivation comes in very handy when you're doing so. So what I want to do is I want to follow up to the team and then I want to see if there are some enemies around. It seems that a lot of them are already in India 8 and that UAV of ours, it did a good job just pointing out where the enemy is sitting. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to get up there and I don't want to poke, because I know that they are just awaiting us. So the first one who goes out will get shot by all of them, while doing only a little return fire. So I instead chose to swing around here, but there are a lot of missiles incoming, and I thought, wait, they had no vision on us, there has to be a UAV, and I was right, just take it down really quick, and the missile stream is cut off. So, since we know that most of the enemies are sitting in India 8 and India 9, we are going for another target. We found a lone Atlas and he is all on his own, and my team did a good reaction here. So we all are piling in on him because we could, and he had nowhere to run. Look at all these medium mechs coming in just to secure the kill, and now we have 100 ton less on the battlefield for the enemy. Luckily, we found our next target directly in front of us. There is a Mad Dog and we are going in just to secure the kill on him as well. And I'm going for his right torso because I saw that it was open and I usually tend to cripple my enemies before I kill them. So usually I try to rack a component or two so that I reduce the return fire that I'm getting from them. That's the thing that I usually do again. You could just go for the center torso, but when I'm fighting one-on-one, I just want to have an advantage, and taking out the weapons of the enemy is always a good thing. However, I can't do anything about the missiles that are incoming, except for breaking line of sight or getting out of range. And getting out of range is what I'm trying to do here. So the LRMs only have a max range of 1000 meters, and when I'm behind that distance, I'm pretty safe. Also, the enemy seems to be pretty scattered, and therefore I chose to go to the left flank. I saw that there are a lot of my friendlies and I think it is time to push now. I want to let my SRMs fly, and therefore we are just going in on the left flank, going to that lone king crab. He is slower than us, so we can close the distance very, very fast, and as you can see, there are already some friendlies going for that kill as well. And while I'm advancing, I am switching targets here just to check how the Hunchback is doing there. I could see that his side torsos are almost open. Not quite, but almost open. So I got some good intel before I even engaged in the fight, and that was very crucial. So again, I decided to wreck his right torso before I'm going in for the kill shot. That removed a significant amount of firepower from him, and I could get the kill very easily. And when you have a look at my damage grid, you can see that the damage is spread all over my Ebon Jaguar. As you can see, I have barely any armor left, but it's because of the amazing hitboxes of that mech. They are very, very good. Now it's time to get into that Mauler. It seems that he has no LRMs left, he's only shooting with his large laser, and he is not a scary target anymore. Therefore I'm just trying to get as much damage in as possible, and I see that the Blackjack could easily handle the job. Now, that Centurion, however, is a different story. He still has lasers and LRMs, and I think he was the priority, and I got the kill, got him down really quick so that he won't be a hassle anymore. Problem is that the Blackjack didn't get the kill, and I just turned around and said, "What? This one is still alive? Let me handle that." I don't know what's going on there. Now, 2 enemies left. There is a direwolf. It's a perfect target for my SRMs, but sadly I wasn't there in time. And we are just chasing down a locust, which is kind of tough to hit because he is running in slopes, and when I got close I got a good hit on him, but it wasn't enough to take the locust down. So my SRMs are still a bit spreading, especially since the arrays are very wide scattered around the mech. So I've got one in the left arm, one in the right, and in the left and right torso. So when you are at point blank range, you are splashing damage quite significantly. So try to fight at about minimum 100 meters, and then the Artemis is really kicking in. Anyway, we won on Polar Highlands in a very open map in a brawlish loadout, and we dealt 628 damage, got 4 killing blows, 6 assists and 8 components destroyed. That was a pretty good first round. Let's get over to the next game to see how this will go down. Alright, second game of the day. We are playing HPG Manifold and we are playing Assault, and we already found the Thunderbolt, which right side torso is very damaged. Now I'm going for a drop shot here, and actually I'm not sure if that hit recognition was okay. So I really should have wrecked his right side torso, but I didn't. Anyway, we are just getting him really quick because we've got a lot of mechs and he is all on his own. Luckily I got the kill on that, and we are just swinging around right side to keep up the pressure. Now we are doing the usual NASCAR thing here. We are going to the right flank, going to Fox 5, and then we're swinging around Echo 6, and that is the basic plan here. It's just a simple strategy. You most of the time do that in the puck, the NASCAR thing, just running around in circles, taking left turns, but I mean, if everybody is fine with it, it's okay. Now we found an Atlas, he is open from behind, and there was a call that we should get him really fast, and therefore I'm just getting in. I want to get some SRM fire to his center torso. The problem was that I fell down. Now I've got an Atlas right in front of my face and I tried to get behind him as soon as possible, and now I'm in a much safer spot to actually deal damage to him. That was quite okay, and I was very lucky that my team followed up and took him down very quick. And if you take a look at my damage grid, there is again the significant pattern of an evenly distributed damage. So all or most of my components are orange in terms of armor, and again that is a very good sign that the hitboxes of that mech are really good for fighting. So I don't like the poking and peeking stuff in an Ebon Jaguar. Really, I don't. I think this build is just good as it is. Yeah. Anyway, I found the next target. It is an Orion, and I see that his center torso is very much damaged. So I'm trying to get in and get a very quick and clean kill, and then I wanted to get out again. Problem is that it took a bit too long and the enemy managed to open my center torso. Therefore I'm turning my back to soak up the missiles, and yeah, I managed to survive and I wasn't killed by those. This is a thing you should keep in mind. You also have back armor, and when you are in a very tight situation, you can just present your ass. That's just that simple. If you can spare some shots to your back, then just do it. I mean, why not? You have some armor there, and if you can spare it, just go in. Especially in a heavy mech. I wouldn't do that in an assault because first of all it is too slow to turn around that quickly, and secondly you are very endangered to get backstabbed by a light then. But in a heavy or medium mech, why not? So you got this armor points, why not use them? So this is the last enemy. It is a mad dog. He is already very much damaged in the right torso and from behind in the center. So I'm trying to get in, we are all trying to get in to get the kill. And there he is, cornered. He managed actually to get our little commando. And again, I'm trying to wreck his component first just to remove some of his firepower. And luckily, I eventually got the kill. Yeah, that was a pretty quick round. It escalated pretty hard. My team went in like a wrecking ball. We played a death ball strategy, just going as 12 and trying to focus our fire as much as possible. And it worked out in the end. So this time 536 damage, 2 killing blows, 4 assists and 7 components destroyed. Yeah, everybody, this was my Ebon Jaguar in the SRM4 loadout. Let's get over and do the giveaway before we finish the video, shall we? So here we are at the random comment picker, and I already loaded all of the comments, this time 200 roundabout, and I'm just starting it. Let's do it. Let's find a random winner for up to $20 Mech pack, or 23 if you want a mastery pack. And Mr. Poon Baba, congratulations, you just won a $20 Mech pack or up to $23 mastery pack for the Innosphere. What you need to do is, if you want it, you need to send me a private message on YouTube and tell me which Mech pack you want, and also you should put your email address into that, because then I can send you the gift code for it. Yeah, everybody, that was your build of the week. It was the last one for 2016. It was very amazing, all the stuff that happened in this year. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward for more builds of the week and daily doses and all the stuff that I can do in 2017. And I'm doing it all with you, and I'm really hoping that we can keep it up and even improve further. So everybody, I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating or subscribe to the channel. And I hope I see you on the battlefield, everybody. Goodbye.